Welcome to the garden. It is overgrown again. But this is to be expected. In the winter we are getting more green, and in the summer everything turns into cracked desert with no water. So let's enjoy the growth when it's still, well, more humid and more wet. We are gonna harvest some stuff. It's not a lot. It's not a lot of things we got to harvest, but it's enough for a nice lunch. Also, I wanted to use some cheese I made earlier. And avocados that are ready. So stay tuned for that. After a break. I get my trusty basket. So let's, well, fill the basket with stuff. Radishes, they kind of have spikes on their leaves, so, you know, gloves. Let's see what we got here. Not bad. Okay. This is also a radish, just the long variety. Okay, now do you remember my Japanese radish, daikon? I left one, and it looks very much ready. I think I actually waited a bit too long and it got too huge. So let's harvest it. Let's get the ugly leaves outside. So I am a bit nervous. Come on. Ugh. Okay, that's massive. So it's the size of an arm. Okay, let's cut the top with my trusty ancient knife. Okay. It's not as beautiful as the ones you see in animes. Still quite a sight to see. It's actually quite heavy. Like, I don't know, maybe a kilo? A kilo of radish. The size of my hand. And it actually did split. So you can see it did split, so I was too late, it seems. Still good to eat. Since we're at it, let's get some beetroots, because I see few of them being more than ready to harvest. And then I will show you the results of an experiment. Okay, so I got some Swiss chard leaves and also some dill. Let's get that little lettuce out of the way. Okay, some of the greens from the onions. That's my field of beetroots. And next to it is the result of my earlier experiment. And the question too, do pumpkins grow in the winter? And it seems they do. So here we go with a basket full of stuff. That's not the end though. I still have some more things we can get from the garden. So let me take you places. Oops. Let's go down. And we have something that actually planted itself from a seed. So this thing is, let me show you. Here we go. Hot peppers. So let's snap some of them. And we can make some oriental food with them. Guess that's enough. How pretty. How freaking pretty. That's Orpheus the cat. He's called Orpheus because he's singing. No, he doesn't sing. So we've arrived at my make do washing station. This is just rainwater, as you can see, very tasty. So we need to wash the things that are covered in mud because we don't want to clog the pipes in the kitchen. That would be inconvenient to deal with. Hello. Are you gonna help me with washing? You gonna help? Okay. This is not really dirty. Let's start with lettuce. It actually has quite a bit of slags on it. So I don't want slags in the house. Let's get the ugly leaf out. I will wash them normally as well. It's not just the dirty rainwater. I'm using this to get the majority of dirt out, and then I will wash it again in the sink. And we got some guys stuck in there. Well, it is what it is. Bio-gardening. So on my way out of the washing station, I noticed that our neighbor came over, and since we do have an abundance of, well, radishes mostly, I shared some. I shared some radishes and huge radish and some other small things like beetroots with the neighbor, and in an exchange, I got something awesome. So the neighbor gave me this beautiful cabbage. It's the cabbage with the frilly leaves. So we are gonna use that today as well. It's kind of decent size. Very nice young cabbage with tomatoes. That's gonna be amazing. Busy leaking. Are you gonna help with cooking? You wanna help? Okay. Awesome. There is a lot of other cats around too. They are all interested. What is inside of the basket? Come here. You want to be a star? You want to be a star? Look at this. Absolute unit of a cat that we have. So this cat is called Bianca because she's so white, right?